in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out in the pistol. A carry for a former Falcon, JJZ Rogers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He was looking for JJZ Rogers there, and now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's right. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Fitzgerald's got it right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
We ready? Zero.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. Calling a gain of 13 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan.
Rogers. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that takes us from second to third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Carr now on third and goal. And that's incomplete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Prescott to throw it. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It's a pickup of 21, and it'll give the Falcons a first down. Prescott on first down. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A second down throw for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On second down, here's Carr. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Carr. Left side here. Caught by Clay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, "Don't do that again." What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Touchdown, Falcons! DeAndre Hopkins, 37 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception, almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. This complete to the tight end Clay. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Carr going to go on 4th down. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Suckup will put this break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with You and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteed he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time?
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go.
4th down, Prescott. And this is incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Saints will have the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
On the ground for 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. A very solid gain of 27. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
To throw his car. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Play action. Now it's Carr. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mark Barron coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
All right, here we go.
On play action. Now Carr. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mark Barron in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And his first carry, he loses the football. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And with 3 interceptions thrown already. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And there he goes left side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time, and then they'll be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Prescott now on 2nd down, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Now Prescott, flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. 26 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. A first down throw for Prescott. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. This will be caught at about the 3. 30 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And that's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. So now on fourth down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Deion Sims there to make the grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw, it's Carr. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And right with it here, over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. What a decision to go for it on fourth from their own territory, and it pays off. 53 yards. Now Carr, a little dump off for Crowell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Carr to throw again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran now a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kendall Wright, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Prescott here to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Rally.
One final try now for Carr. Surveying the field. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone who can help you up front? 3 choices here, all of them impact players. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see them again. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. The Panthers have been represented once already in this draft. Is a second about to come off here? And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.